Hello, hello. I'm gonna see. Niklaus is sitting in this little bouncer chair, and I'm just testing out the sounds. We have some nature sounds. Some music. Oh, I turned on the vibration. Sorry. Rockabye. All right. We'll see if I can handle that for very long. How was everybody's week? I feel like I checked in a couple times this week. Little man. It's raining here. And it's late. It's after 10 o'clock. Oh, he looks really cute. I think I have to take a picture of him from where I'm sitting. Just want to give you a little snapshot of what I'm seeing from my point of view. My little chunker munker with those little thighs. All right, we're back. Sweet little guy. Yes, I'm drinking coffee at 10 o'clock. What of it? All right, little man, let's get you changed. And then, so I'm packing up this book to send to my sister that I have that she really wants, and I have my copy, and it's all marked up because it was like a lifesaver for me years ago, a few years ago. And so it's all, I mean, I think I underlined the whole book. But I thought I talk about the topics a lot, so I'm going to read, I think, some of what stood out to me. Just one section, I think, we're going to see. So you can feel free to hop off after I'm done changing this boy, or you can skip forward to that, or whatever you'd like. You really are a sweet little boy. Now for this outfit, I think I'm going to take the onesie off of him also. I think he has a fairly new diaper on. Yeah. So. My little skinny boy. So I got this shirt for him sometime last year. I actually had initially bought it when I got Mishka because this is a preemie size, but it's a Strasbourg 100% cotton vintage preemie. Clearly would have been a nightgown on Mishka. It doesn't say like a date, I don't think, but let's check the back. I don't see any kind of a date on the tag. I do need to take this Strasbourg tag off of it. I just feel a little tinge of regret every time I remove a tag from a vintage piece. But I also like to use things. So let's get you dressed, baby boy. It's really cute. It's got a little, I'll show you in a second. It's got a little choo-choo train embroidered on the front, and the choo-choo train is pulling an elephant and a giraffe. The music is cracking me up a little bit. It's cute. It might have to go though, because it's starting to feel like kind of the part of the video. Well, I love your little bedhead, little man. We'll fix it a little bit, but let's get you situated first. Or we'll just brush it, because I forgot what I just said 2 seconds ago. You guys, I walked in to pay the gas station tonight at like 9 o'clock, and I walked in, and I always like to greet the people, and I yelled, well, I didn't yell, but I loudly said, "Good morning." And of course immediately realized my error. And I thought, gosh, they're gonna think I'm high on a Friday night or something. Good morning. I mean, good night. Oh my goodness. You look like a little proper little man. Got your little feet sticking out. Alright, so we're going to put some little socks on. All right, music. Maybe we'll go to some nature sounds. That might be a little better. We'll see. Super cute, buddy. All right, cool. So let me read a little bit of this. I love his little rosy knees. Absolutely. One of my favorite features. Okay, so I'm going to stop fiddling because I know that that's constant. Okay, so the book is called Codependent No More by Melody Beatty. I got the 25th anniversary edition. I mean, this book was written originally in 1986. So the Codependent No More, the title is How to Stop Controlling Others and Start Caring for Yourself. Maybe we can turn down the birds. So this section, well, the chapter is called Remove the Victim. And it talks about the Karpin drama triangle, which if you go way back, there's a video that almost nobody watched, where I basically videoed the Karpin drama triangle. It kind of looks, well, it's triangle, and you have rescuer, persecutor, and victim. So. And there's like this triangle, and people occupy, you have the persecutor or the rescuer, and then you occupy a specific place in that triangle. Codependents are the rescuers or the enablers. So we not only meet people's needs, we anticipate them. We fix, nurture, and fuss over others. We make better, solve, and attend to. And we do it so well, your wish is my command is our theme. Your problem is my problem is our motto. We are the caretakers. One moment. Okay. So the chapter I opened up to when I thought I'd share something, it's sifting through all of my underlines. I mean, like, look at this book. I mean, I might just go get her own copy because... Anyway, so what's a rescue? Rescuing and caretaking mean almost what they sound like. We rescue people from their responsibilities. We take care of people's responsibilities for them. Later we get mad at them for what we've done. Then we feel used and sorry for ourselves. That is the pattern, the triangle. Rescuing and caretaking are synonymous. Their definitions are closely connected to enabling. Enabling is therapeutic jargon that means a destructive form of helping. Any acts that help an alcoholic continue drinking, prevent the alcoholic from suffering consequences, or in any way make it easier for an alcoholic to continue drinking are considered enabling behaviors. As Counselor Scott Eagleston says, we rescue anytime we take responsibility for another human being, for that person's thoughts, feelings, decisions, behaviors, growth, well-being, problems, or destiny. The following acts constitute a rescuing or caretaking move. Doing something we really don't want to do. Saying yes when we mean no. Doing something for someone although that person is capable and should be doing it for him or herself. Meeting people's needs without being asked and before we've agreed to do so. Doing more than a fair share of work after our help is requested. Consistently giving more than we receive in a particular situation. Fixing people's feelings, doing people's thinking for them, speaking for another person, suffering people's consequences for them, solving people's problems for them, putting more interest and activity into a joint effort than the other person does, not asking for what we want, need, and desire. We rescue whenever we take care of people. At the time we rescue or caretake, we may feel one or more of the following feelings: discomfort and awkwardness about the other person's dilemma, urgency to do something, pity, guilt, saintliness, anxiety, extreme responsibility for that person or problem, fear, a sense of being forced or compelled to do something, mild or severe reluctance to do anything, more competency than the person we are, quote, unquote, helping, or occasional resentment at being put in this position. We also think the person we are taking care of is helpless and unable to do what we are doing for him or her. We feel needed temporarily. I am not referring to acts of love, kindness, compassion, and true helping, situations where our assistance is legitimately wanted and needed, and we want to give that assistance. These acts are the good stuff of life. Rescuing and caretaking isn't. Caretaking looks like a much friendlier act than it is. It requires incompetency on the part of the person being taken care of. We rescue victims, people who we believe are not capable of being responsible for themselves. The victims actually are capable of taking care of themselves, even though we and they don't admit it. Usually our victims are just hanging around that corner of the triangle, waiting for us to make our move and jump on the triangle with them. I put an exclamation point here. After we rescue, we will inevitably move to the next corner of the triangle, persecution. We become resentful and angry at the person we have so generously, quote, helped, end quote. We've done something we didn't want to do. We've done something that was not our responsibility to do. We've ignored our own needs and wants, and we get angry about it. To complicate matters, this victim, this poor person we've rescued, is not grateful for our help. He or she is not appreciative enough of the sacrifice we have made. The victim isn't behaving the way he or she should. This person is not even taking our advice, which we offered so readily. This person is not letting us fix that feeling. Something doesn't work right or feel right, so we rip off our halos and pull out our pitchforks. Sometimes people don't notice or choose not to notice our peeved mood. Sometimes we do our best to hide it. Sometimes we let loose with the full force of our fury. We particularly do this with family members. Something about family tends to bring out the real us. Whether we show, hide, or partially hide our agitation and resentment, we know what's going on. Most of the time, the people we rescue immediately sense our shift in mood. They saw it coming. It's just the excuse they needed to turn on us. It's their turn in the persecution corner. This may happen at the same time as, or follow our feelings of anger. Sometimes the victims respond to our anger. Usually it is a response to our taking responsibility for that person, which directly or indirectly tells him or her how incapable we believe he or she is. People resent being told or shown they are incompetent, no matter how loudly they plead incompetency. I'm going to read that sentence again. People resent being told or shown they are incompetent, no matter how loudly they plead incompetency. And they resent us for adding insult to injury by becoming angry with them after we point out their incompetency. Then it's time for our final move. We head right for our favorite spot, the victim corner on the bottom. This is the predictable and unavoidable result of a rescue. Feelings of helplessness, hurt, sorrow, shame, and self-pity abound. We have been used again. We have gone unappreciated again. We try so hard to help people, to be good to them. We moan, why? Why does this always happen to me? Another person has trampled on us, socked it to us. We wonder, shall we forever be victims? Probably, if we don't stop rescuing and caretaking. I was like, when I read that, I was like, they wrote this book about me. So I had just gone back and there were a couple of other things. She talks about us becoming reactionary, and yeah, I fall into that. I definitely have seen that in myself lately, a little bit. She goes through how quickly we react and with how much intensity. We react with fear and anxiety. We jump into the first feeling that comes our way and then wallow in it. We indirectly, when we do that, we're indirectly allowing others to tell us what to do. That means we have lost control. We are being controlled. When we react, we forfeit our personal God-given power to think, feel, and behave in our best interests. We allow others to determine when we will feel happy, when we will feel peaceful, when we will be upset, and what we will say, do, think, and feel. We forfeit our right to feel peaceful at the whim of our environments. We are like a wisp of paper in a thunderstorm blown about by every wind of the world. So we don't have to forfeit our peace. We don't have to forfeit our power to think and feel for anyone or anything. That is not required of us. We don't have to take things so seriously, ourselves, events, and other people. We tell ourselves things are awful, terrible, a tragedy, and the end of the world. Many things might be sad, too bad, and unpleasant, but the only thing that's the end of the world is the end of the world. Feelings are important, but they're only feelings. Thoughts are important, but they're only thoughts. And we all think a lot of different things, and our thoughts are subject to change. What we say and do is important. What others say and do is important. But the world doesn't hinge on any particular speech or action. And if it is particularly important that something gets said, done or said, don't worry, it'll happen. Lighten up. Give yourself and others room to move, to talk, to be who they are, to be human. Give life a chance to happen. Give yourself an opportunity to enjoy it. And then I double underlined, we don't have to take other people's behaviors as reflections of our self-worth. We don't have to be embarrassed if someone we love chooses to behave inappropriately. We don't have to take rejection as a reflection of our self-worth. We don't have to take things so personally. We take things to heart that we have no business taking to heart. For instance, saying, if you loved me, you wouldn't drink to an alcoholic makes as much sense as saying, if you loved me, you wouldn't cough to someone who has pneumonia. Pneumonia victims will cough until they get appropriate treatment for their illness. Alcoholics will drink until they get the same. When people with a compulsive disorder do whatever it is they are compelled to do, they are not saying they don't love you, they are saying they don't love themselves. We don't have to take little things personally either. If someone has a bad day or gets angry, don't assume it has something to do with you. An interruption, someone else's bad mood, sharp tongue, bad day, negative thoughts, problems, or active alcoholism does not have to run or ruin our lives or day or even an hour of our day. Leave things alone and let people be who they are. Who are you to say that the interruption, mood, word, bad day, thought, or problem is not an important and necessary part of life? Who are you to say that this problem won't ultimately be beneficial to you or someone else? Reacting because of other people's reactions to us. I'm mad because he's mad. He got mad because I was angry. I was angry because I thought he was angry with me. He wasn't angry. He was hurt. It's a chain reaction. Anyway, like I said, it's all marked up. Great book. It's been years since I read it, but it came into my life at a really good time and helped me to really become who I am and to find compassion in a lot of different ways. So as I'm getting ready to ship it off, now I feel that I may just go get another copy, because it's kind of a journal of sorts, right? But then again, do I need to hold on to an old place? I don't know. I attach to things, so we'll see what happens. But if it touched me the way that it did at that time in my life, I'm sure that somebody else will be really excited to read that book. Everybody I've talked to that read that book all the way through had the same reaction. They felt that it was written just about them. And I think codependency is very, very common among women as well, because we're in a caretaker role. So it's a very easy slide. Anyway, hopefully that wasn't too boring for you guys. And if it was, you're probably not here anymore. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed this little guy and his little outfit. I'm loving it on him. He is just so precious. Such a tiny, tiny little boy. Yes, we love you. All right, guys, thank you so much. I hope you are having a fabulous Friday evening, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.